Whispers in the dark, telling of a crown. He would go back to the sun, if only to burn them down. It's my red masterpiece, yeah. I'm Picasso with a blade. It's my red masterpiece, yeah. So take me to the grave. I refuse to go back down, down back to the sound of speeches and cages, kingdoms and nations. I refuse. It's my, it's my, and there's nothing left to say. It's my red master. Snakes and charmers try to subvert, try to convert, but I don't fall down on my knees. It's some beautiful word. Dreamers and enemies always surround me, but I've left to make this my masterpiece. And there's nothing left to do.
Hello and welcome everyone to a beautiful trick-or-treat eve here in the Apex Legends Proving Grounds. In true Apex fashion, we're going to have a little bit of fun here. You know, we like to mix things up, get some players in to do something a little bit different than what they're used to, which normally you're diving into this battle royale. You know, you've got all sorts of meds you've got to grab, ammo, guns, grenades, you take the pick. Not here, not tonight in the Apex Legends Proving Grounds. Bloodhound, Wraith, Pathfinder are going to be our only two legends that are allowed here tonight, or the only three. I'm going to learn how to count tonight as well. The only three allowed legends. Each team, if you win the game, it comes down to placement only. You get 85 bucks. But melee only being kind of one of the things that I think is going to throw a little bit of some of these players off. You know, maybe not used to a lot of that close quarter combat, but it is just, you know, supposed to be geared towards fun at the end of the day. So we'll see what comes out of it. We'll see who comes out on top. We're going to start here on World's Edge, and I believe after this is either Storm Point or Kings Canyon. We're just kind of rotating through the available maps and having a little bit of fun with it. Thank you for the follow, Abyss. Appreciate you. Best of luck tonight in the event. And we've already got a couple people pinging me. And as a reminder to any of the players that are watching, there is no shooting allowed. If you land trials, it doesn't matter. Shooting is not allowed. That's kind of the whole gimmick, you know, here. It's trick or treat. It's not supposed to be a super competitive, super sweaty style event. It's just meant to have some fun and, you know, punch your friends along the way. It does look like we're already kicking things off here. Adil and GitSucks getting ready to take a little bit more damage than they would like to. Breezy already the one player out here just inside of Monument. Some aggressive melees coming through from Dreams. Looked like Dreams was going to try and go for a super glide there, but going to be unable to do so. And this is going to be one of those very helpful items as a Pathfinder, is being able to have that utility. Being able to use that grapple, get yourself just a little bit closer to some of these enemies. Here comes the GitSucks grapple. Going to be trying to get down to this Wraith. And right now, a little game of ring around the rosy, if you will. For the time being, Dreams just really keeping them at bay. Which is good. You know, there's not too many other teams in the area right now. Abyss and Quad taking their time rotating through. And as we say that, I thought that was going to be it. Dreams was very, very close to going down there. Dreams, unfortunately, now just one hit away. It's going to take one good Pathfinder grapple. Not being able to use the utility of a grenade even to get away is so unfortunate. And right now, Dreams proving that even if you don't have the utility, not a huge problem. We'll just we'll go into chase camp for a little. This is going to be a fun little lap around. I'm having a feeling we might be ending it there. Beautiful job to finally take them down. My good, what a little run there for Adil and GitSucks. Bravo to them. They come up with, I believe, the first 2 kills of the evening. We'll take a look at that after, apparently. And yes, we are not using normal tournament servers here tonight. We are using just kind of standard community servers. Unfortunately, some of my tokens weren't working today, and I know that Joseph over at EA just recently got married, so you know we'll let him have a little bit more time with his truly beloved before we bother him with something so trivial. As a reminder, as the prizing is broken down, you know, players, obviously, you're going for that first place finish. That's where the money is. 85 bucks to just win a game of Apex isn't too bad. Unfortunately, you got to kind of punch your way and fight your way there, so it makes it a little bit harder. But we're definitely going to see a slower start to things. We had a couple teams that didn't show up. Actually, quite a few. I believe we had 7 no-shows here for the first game, so curious to see how many teams we have come through for game number 2. But this late zone going to get exceptionally busy, especially where we're looking right now. Guys are big mods, stacks. We do have circle-on-circle action down here, so you have to anticipate a slight pull down towards this southeastern corner. But for the time being, we'll just do a little dipping around here. Kamor and Juan. I don't want to say your name wrong. I'm going to say Juan. I think it's Juan Yoko. But again, not 100% sure, so I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. D-Tray and Lazy sitting up top here. We're down inside stacks. There's not a lot going on. Teams are really just taking their time. And I just noticed my music came back on. I don't know how that came back on, so I apologize. Now we can hear the gameplay. Moose and King Chris. A very late addition here to the Trick or Treat event. A reminder, for events like these where we do invitation only, we do pull almost exclusively from comments on the event announcement. So tonight's tournament is literally 30 invitations from people who showed that they were interested. Whether or not you've got clout, it doesn't matter in the Proving Grounds, which is one of the nice things. You know, you get to play with some of these players that are both up and coming and on a little bit more of, you know, that CC level. So being able to include some of these community teams has been a great addition here to Trick or Treat already. We're just kind of waiting for some of this action to kick off as King gonna fly in. Does get the banner. Now it's going to be a matter of keeping that banner, seeing if we can stay alive, and it's going to be a hard one. We've got Party Girl and Maxer really pushing in here. They've already got 120 damage over on Party, and Max 470 been punching their way into things, and we might actually... Beautiful job. Gets up onto the blue. This is a huge play out of King to get that grab. Going to move towards the balloon again, try and grab that, and that's exactly what they were anticipating. This may, however, give King the space that they were looking for, gives them a little bit of a break. But naturally, you know, in a game of Melee, it's going to be a hot little chase game. Note as well, for anyone curious, we are on tournament mode this evening. Tournament mode, of course, not letting us use those heat shields, which, you know, we all have a certain way we feel about heat shields, I feel. But no heat shields here tonight. Thank goodness for tournament mode, am I right? Am I right? See what L here from Convergent and Agent AAA. They're still alive. They're just inside of that Fragment East area. And oh my, that circle action coming through. It's going to pull over towards Big Mod and Stacks, which you really like to see. There's some high ground, there's some low ground. There's a lot of open versatility over here, especially around this little dome platform. You've got 3 pillboxes inside, so plenty of different utility to pick up for heals. Give a shout out to the Empire boys, still alive here. These guys are not Apex Legends players by any means, or I guess pros, if you will, by any means. Of course, they're players. But, you know, they work more on the management side of things, helping manage schedules, things along that line. So really excited to have a couple of the manager side here as well. Just, you know, another way to spice things up in the PG side of things. We've got everybody from Dom to Cracked down to managers, you know, so we've got a very, very diverse talent pool. Kamor and Juan are still alive, currently down on the southern side of the circle. They're just north of launch site. They do have a little bit of a rotation to go, but nothing too major. Bunny, Amori, and Ellie, I don't know what they have been farming, but, you know, you can farm those scan beacons, you can farm all sorts of different items, you know, even opening some of these, the pillbox is going to be exceptionally helpful. Get yourself up to that red Evo shield, make yourself nigh unkillable, especially as we get towards the end of this game where it does going to turn into a all-out melee fight. And, you know, that's where things get exceptionally exciting. You know, we get everybody in, there's like 37 people all in a big circle, and they're just kind of punching the ever-living out of each other. It's like a mosh pit. Very Apex-y, but very mosh pity. Saw Sky and Claps over here. Naturally, you don't hear any shooting, so you don't think to look at the map, which apparently going to have to be something we change going into... Moving forward, Derpy. Miss Dopey will fall. Envy now does have to back up off of this engagement. Going to be Denze. Denze says, hey, you know what? How's this taste? Little mean, a little mean. Oh, and it was 7 that did that. So you know what? Denze's clear. Denze's cool by me. Woodland and Goat, the natural duo. This was supposed to be Jen in Woodland or Valiosa, depending on, you know, how you know them. But Woodland and Jen, you know, were originally going to play together. Jen unavailable, so naturally, Goat going to be the pickup there. A no-brainer, really. I mean, we've seen Goat absolutely fry out in some massive 25Ks before. But like we talked about at the top of the show, you know, not everybody coming into this has even remotely gone into any sort of deep dive melee training. You know, meleeing is something you kind of use as like a last resort, almost as a little bit of a panic, if you will. I know I've certainly done it that way, but melee is not something you normally, you know, put into your mechanics training. Definitely a great day for the Amos's squad, though. Dora's going to come through. The big punch comes out. Beautiful job from Get Sucks. Get Sucks going to have 3 KP already. The KP are great. The KP are great. And there is an overall kill leader awarded at the end of this. Yeah, I'll be doing that manually. That'll be nice and fun. But it's all going to come down to who finishes first place. First place by placement only. Going to be the most important thing to note. So you could have, you know, right now, you know, he's got 3 KP. That's great, but essentially means nothing in the long run if you're not that last team standing. So could be going there just for that simple kill bounty. I mean, it is a nice $50. $50 for just punching some people in Apex for 5 games isn't too bad either. I will say, though, as a Pathfinder player, I do forget that you can just simply go up to balloons. It's quite the forgotten element there. Jix and Goizy moving into zone here. They're going to be moving in towards Lava Siphon coming up on the northwestern side. They've got a little bit of ways to go until they make their way into zone, but zone already looking exceptionally crispy. We've got numerous teams inside of zone, including Billary and Christina, who... looks like Sky and Clap's going to be in another fight here. We've got a Qatar in the hands of Misi. It's kind of fun to see, you know, pro players like Hyarka. Love the guy. Love him to death. Plays in literally anything you'll invite him in, but also goes and plays in some of the largest Apex tournaments known to man. You know, the Esports World Cup, the ALGS Finals, but also the $500 trick-or-treat proving grounds where you're just going to punch people for a little while. But, you know, that's what I love about the guy. Convergent getting ready to do a little holdout here. And as I say that, it's going to be a little holdout here from Envy. Derpy and Envy trying to take down the likes of Seawoodell and Triple Agent A. Actually disengaging. Seawoodell almost able to get that shield cell off. Able to get away for the time being. Envy and Derpy, though, really looking to capitalize on this. Again, just making it so hard when you don't have the grenades you can throw out to kind of offset that push. And when Envy's continually hitting these grapples, you know, that does make it a little harder. Seawoodell going to be able to get away from that for the time being. Beautiful job. Goizy has gone down. Looks like that's going to be up against Miss Adil. Adil going for the punch, knowing that was a really heads-up revive. Knowing that you weren't going to be able to get punched down because you're only taking 30 damage. It was a great play out of Cheekies here to get Goizy back up into the mix. Not something I could say I would have thought of. You know, I just kind of take damage and initially stop reviving, and that becomes the teammate's problem. But we don't have to worry about that with Goizy and Cheekies. They'll figure that out. Gonna pull towards this northern area of stacks. Right in the middle of this, an absolute hellfire of a zone. There is a little bit of high ground up here. There's going to be a couple teams that probably camp up inside of this dome, but there's also a lot of lava in play. Even a couple good melees, you know, a good well-timed duo kick. You're putting somebody into the lava, and even taking that little tick of damage going to come into effect here, as a lot of players are going to start to run out of heals. I'll actually turn that on so we can kind of keep an eye on people's heals. Everybody with no guns this late into the game is so funny. You got Peace and Demons over here for Empire. They are holding it down so solo inside of the tunnel here, just outside of Stacks. Nobody even remotely on this side of the map for them right now, besides, you know, I say that, and Belarus going to come over here quickly. To be watching one of those. Make sure nobody gets too aggressive. Again, we are on tournament mode. There are no heat shields. So yes, it's still, you know, it's still a fun event where you're allowed to punch people for money, but we do respect competitive integrity, okay? No camping in the zone, no heal offs. Although very well could come down to a heal off at the end of this. It did last year. It did last year. Everybody just rotating right on top of each other. Nobody wants to get this first engagement. Wanted to see who that was being spawned in there, but Reality Check going to be trying to rotate up top there, unable to do so. The only remaining player, Speed Demon, already down and out. Not going to be very much in the way of options here for Reality. I can't imagine you're going to find a respawn beacon after all these teams have already moved in. I mean, we've got 16 squads left in the 5th circle. Granted, that's, you know, very mode-based, I would say. Swiftness going to take some damage there. Mango about to lose their duo. Just kidding. Swift is back up into things, no problem. Some very interesting teams still alive. As we do get ready to close this 5th circle, the zone's going to start to hurt. I think the only way to describe it is like a mother. Definitely going to start to do far more damage, and damage you're going to want to avoid. And as I say that, Envy decides to take that ledge there, going to opt out of that. We've got players just running around everywhere already. The chaos getting ready to ensue as we do get into these late game portion. This looks like a beautifully constructed pyramid in the works. There's like 17 different grapples all the way up there. And Pathfinder just proving that zipline mobility going to be a little helpful here. Envy there going to fall into what was probably worst case scenario. It's going to be Goat and Woodland. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be 15 squads remaining. Party Girl and Max going to be eliminated. Get here, holding it down for Miss Adil. Still sitting up top center of this next zone. Swift and Mango, nice and comfortable. Jax, Wisteria, Andy Jax, my apology. Reality Check, gonna fall down there. 15th place. Again, placement, the only one that matters. First place. That nice and crispy first place. Gonna share some resources as things get ready to kick off. Hyarka, in classic fashion, goes to do that little stabby using that Kieto heirloom. You guys remember back when the very first heirloom was discovered in Apex, when people realized they could get the kunai knife? Holy lord, what a time, huh? Did we all spend every paycheck on Apex packs until we got it? I think we all did. Clap's gonna be doing dirty here. Gonna be doing that elimination. Gonna be trying to do that elimination. All right. Look at this. It looks like an aerial view of ants. Got plenty of players starting the chaotic punching as it is already. We've got a respawn beacon right in the center of the mix. Got more Pathfinders moving around right now than you could absolutely know what to do with. Now we've got a second respawn beacon. Things about to get ever more chaotic. We'll jump back on board. I thought Call of Duty had zombies, but, you know, apparently, we've got a little infestation here ourselves. We've got 55 seconds left till this circle's going to close. A lot of ring damage players going to start to fall here. We saw Claps, you know, able to pick up that confirmed kill on Kimura, even getting into this zone for just a little bit, going to do some exceptional damage. But hiding in the middle could be just as dangerous, especially as you saw there, Lazy. As they were moving towards that, there's an area where you could punch that player in. Doing so, going to be exceptionally dangerous. 7 able to take down Claps. And this is what we wanted right here. We wanted just a little bit of chaos. Zones starting to close rather aggressively. 12 squads, still remaining. Players starting to jump into Wraith quarters. The zip lines are unfolding, and now it's going to become a heal-off. We'll see here in just a few seconds who's going to come out on top. We're getting ready to drop down to the top 10 players inside portals. There's noises I cannot describe, destroying my eardrums right now. 7 squads, 6 squads. We're almost there with 5. We've got a couple players left in Portal, and that's going to do it. Team 26 is going to come out on top of game number 1. What a way to end the first Trick or Treat here, huh? Game number 1, we're playing it on World's Edge. We've already got ourselves a couple champions in Convergent Agent AAA and Convergent C. Waddell. A huge game win from them here on Stormpoint. Congratulations. We will be back here in just a few minutes with game number 2. We're going to switch up the maps. We're going to select the new winner here shortly. Don't go anywhere.
We fight, the rebellion goes on. We know the night will end with the dawn. We stand
All right, just give me 1 second here, chat. We're just waiting to get one more player in. As mentioned at the top of broadcast, we had a couple teams that kind of no-showed on us. A couple teams that had some, behind-the-scenes issues going on. So we're trying to get those players back in ASAP. Once we have a full team 28, I will be kicking off this final game. So just 1 more second here, and we will kick off game number 2. It's probably going to be interesting. I mean, look at the end of that last one. Am I right? Am I right? But we will be back very, very shortly with game number 2 on Stormpoint.
We're here together. We'll give one last cheer together. But I know we're on our
All right, I think we're finally ready here to kick off game number 2. We're jumping into Stormpoint. What a way to wrap things up here at the end of game number 1. A beautiful, I would say, hard-fought finish there out of the Convergent boys. You know, picking up a rather chaotic win inside of that sort of melee battle. Making sure everyone's in, everyone's behaving. Breezy, I can't really tell what's going on with. Does look like we have one crash so far, and it's going to be the gentleman we talked so much about. It's going to be Hyarka. If we do have any other crashes, we will reset, as it is, you know, prizing per game. I have full confidence in the EU squad to pull out a very upsetting, disappointing win here up against Convergent, which is actually funny because, you know, Seawoodell also representing the EU region. So, you know, we got a couple EU boys here doing a little punch on the ping, which sounded way different than I actually imagined it in my head. But, you know, when you are punching on ping, ping advantage obviously going to be rather helpful. Missadil and Git, they're going to actually get hot zone here, so they might be able to upgrade their armor, helmet, etc. a little bit earlier than most of their opponents. That purple backpack going to be helpful. It looks like Missadil was going to try and go for a super glide. I'm going to have to miss that, unfortunately. We did let players know as well. They are allowed to go around and punch these spiders. They're allowed to punch the prowlers. They're allowed to really do whatever they need to do, as you normally would in a game of Apex Legends. Ipso facto, you can only use melee, so no shooting whatsoever. You can use the cars. That's totally fine. If you're using cars to go around and harvest Evo, then you know what? You're the smartest bear in the forest, period. I don't know why I said period. All right, nice Eastern Zone pull here. Launchpad going to be included in that. Just there's never any shooting. There's never any noise whatsoever. It's such a quiet game of Apex Legends turns into an obvious game of hide and go seek.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Look at this. I won. It must be my birthday. Whenever that is.
Man, that Buster Sword really does block out a lot of view on the right-hand side, hey? I never really realized it wasn't an heirloom that I had grabbed at the time. Here we can see a true Scarecrow in action. So beautiful. Wow. I wouldn't go in that cornfield. No way. There's got to be something going on somewhere. All right, here we go. We've got Dopey and Envy chasing down Speed Demon. It does look like Reality Check actually quite a ways away. Way over... What? Reality's... Oh, okay, so Reality just dipped early and rotated from down beast over. Okay, we're good. We're good. Had a different thought in my head, okay? Tox, thank you for the follow. Seawoodell, Agent Triple A. Thank you so much to both of you for the follow. Congratulations on a monster Game 1 victory. Can't wait to go back and pull that for a little content. But seriously, congratulations. In utter chaos, came out on top, so bravo. Right back to the Speed Demon finisher there at the hands of Y Envy. Gonna lose one Reality Check. Will be the solo player here for team number 5. Kamor and Juan eliminated a little bit earlier than they would have liked to have been. Last game, Woodland on the run currently. Woodland going to go into the Void. Yes, we purposely did not include Altair, by the way, for those asking. I know that she doesn't have any abilities that do damage to other players, but we do already have a Wraith, you know, giving the ability to kind of go into the Void, so felt a little redundant to have 2 of them. Thus our chaotic little 3-player lineup here of Bloodhound, Wraith, Pathfinder. You can see here kind of who's taking a pick towards what. Not a lot of Bloodhounds coming in. You do see, as of course I say that, you know, King's got the, I believe, only Bloodhound in the lobby. Maxoki does have a Bloodhound. So there's only 3 Bloodhounds in a lobby right now. Not a very, I guess, a useful character for what you're looking to do. You know, if you are looking to make quick rotations, that's where Pathfinder's going to come in handy. If you are looking to stay alive in that late game, which, that's what we're paying you for. You know, a win is a win. A win's $85. And being able to outlast your opponent's inside zone because you're in a lengthy little portal there. Exactly what people are going to do. Bloodhound was just kind of in there, I think, in the mix as, you know, an alternative.
They might be watching you.
Let's check out that way.
Looked like Miss Adil was on the hunt there, but I think they will back off for the time being. He's definitely not scanning a beacon just yet. Would have some very helpful zone information, because obviously you're not going to go for the power-up that's going to give you the ability to scan a beacon and find out where your enemies are. That doesn't matter. You already know where they're going to be. They're going to be in the end zone. Seven and Denze flying in. Up on some blue evos here. It's going to be Misi and Hyarka. Hyarka, we actually thought he DC'd for a moment. He messaged me and messaged the game chat, or excuse me, and the Discord, letting us know that he DC'd, but I'm glad to see he's back in business. Very fast and furious right here. Here you see a couple Tridents in their natural habitat on the streets of Stormpoint. Vin Diesel pulling up the rear as usual, letting his team do the work for him. And he's going to dip off. That was the scene in Fast 7 where Paul Walker and him split. That's what that just was. Beautiful reenactment there by Hyarka and Misi, Hysteria, and Andy Jax. Gonna just disappear. Disappear into the moonlight. Yeah, everybody's just going to go around and pick up all these evos right now. It's an evo farming party, which, you know what? It clearly works out for some. Clearly does. Moose V going to be able to move into zone. I hope I'm saying your name right. If it's Mouse V or anything of the sorts, please yell at me in chat.
Let's check out that way.
Lazy 3D going to be full dead here, but D-Tray, Mike, I don't know what his middle name, I wasn't into fighting. Mike Tyson. Mike the Tiger Owner Tyson. There we go. Got a nice name for him. Gonna be the sole player here for 30, trying to keep things moving. Again, first place is all that matters. All you have to do is win the game by placement. I want to see you on my champion screen at the end of the match. $85. That's all you gotta do. This, of course, the beloved international superstar sensation, Mudang the Panda Wraith. She's currently in Thailand. The zoo is closed, I believe. I don't know time zones. But it's definitely closed for this story because Mudang snuck out of her enclosure. She's currently on PC, yet she plays on PC, I know. Also an MNK player, so, you know, really respect that out of a baby hippo. And Dom2 Cracked, international sex icon, Dom2 Cracked, playing here in the Apex Legends Proving Grounds. What a good day it is for Apex Legends. He, quote, is having fun, according to his in-game message earlier. So, you know.
Time to get an upgrade. Take an upgrade. We should go that way.
Party Girl looking like there's about to be a party. Pipe X and Maxoki trying to get away. Looks like they'll be able to do exactly that. Running one of the very few Bloodhounds in the lobby. Again, only 3 Bloodhounds currently in a lobby of near 60 players. So, Bloodhound, I love you. I love your lore. But Pathfinder and Wraith are a little more versatile here in the endgame, unless, of course, you're sniped down in the ALGS finals. That's the only time Bloodhound's really, proven to be an exceptional beast. What's going on here at the top of Stormcatcher? My goodness gracious. Envy and Dopey up against the likes of Ren and Zach. Did Ren just come in to save Zach? Guys, that was the cutest shit I've ever seen. Oh, okay. Almost into some danger there. Ren gonna get closer to that portal than she would have liked to. She almost sent her right through the cannon, and looks like the Wraith that they were up against there, Dopey, gonna be taking... What? How did what in the absolute? That was insane. I don't know how that happened, but Zach able to get the melee in the middle of the air here up against Dopey. Not an easy feat. Not an easy feat. To take down Dopey in general, might I add. But to do it in the middle of the air, even more impressive. No aim assist, nonetheless. I mean, cracked. Ren and Zach gonna pick up that kill point here. Round 2 officially closed. We've got 21 squads still remaining. Again, the end all. The important factoid is just to win, excuse me. First place, that's it. First place by placement, points don't matter, KP is cool. If you're doing it for the content, you're doing it for the content. But if you're doing it for that 85 bucks, you know, maybe order yourself a couple large pies from our good friends at Domino's. Have yourself a Halloween party inside. Much safer that way. Denzace, Evan able to take down King and Mouse. Still alive here. Going to be rotating around on this Trident. You're going to play keep away on this Trident is what it's really going to come down to. You know, who can keep the Trident the longest. Of course, very happy that there's no damage coming from these Tridents as some of these players are starting to get run over. We're just outside Launchpad. Denze also getting ready to embrace his inner Fast and Furious. Kimura feels so damn at home at Launchpad. It's actually a little unfair for some of these players. For those of you who don't know, this is one of the very well-known, at least in non-ALGS drops, Kieto does favor Launchpad very well. Watching them take contests here is always a treat. So Kimura, potentially a little bit more of the micro knowledge here in the area. This is where the portal fun's going to even start to begin. Mango and Swift, the two that were in zone exceptionally early. They were over on this eastern edge here, just kind of playing where are things going to go. We do also have some limited availability up here just above this Launchpad area where these stairs come up right here. You see those on the back wall. This all starts to drop. And this is all grass and hill up here. So very, very playable area. Definitely limits you. But looking at where this next zone is going to go, this whole area up here, while playable, not going to be as big of a choke point as I think some of these players are expecting. I'm sure we'll see a couple different teams residing up here. Oxoki and Pipex driving around, still getting all of this Evo. All of the Evo they can. The red Evo shields already in play. Those red Evo shields gonna do a wonder. As you do take 30 damage per melee, so having that red Evo is going to give you an advantage, and it does look like we had a miss grapple there from Briality. So Briality gonna have to get out of this one as best as possible. It's last game's winners, Seawaddell and AAA. Gonna let Briality check go. Bree's gonna be able to hide it over there on the western side. She's over on the other side of the water for the time being. Should be able to get across at least this next area But of course, as we say that, you know, we were talking about a couple teams being safe up here. You can see, again, the outline for this next level up, if you will. We're running up it right now with Kamor. You can see the team starting to take up residence down bottom. And we can see, I believe that was Kamor. Yes, still Kamor. See Kamor not able to grapple up there like she was hoping for. But will still try and hide. Juan and Kamor are going to be hanging out. I thought that was going to be Hyarka and Misi. Going to park their car way over on the edge and hope that they can just get on the other side of it. And I actually really like this play out of them. It kind of sets Misi apart, you know, make sure that nobody can really get to him if needed. Of course, I say that, and things are going to turn into a little friendly game of bumper cars. We've got a little bumper cars action. We've got a little Nitro Circus halftime show coming through. About 30 minutes if you want to go to the concession stand, grab some popcorn. Nice big brat. Those of you who don't know, Nitro Circus, kind of like, I don't know, crazy psycho people doing triple backflips on scooters and dirt bikes and all sorts of stuff. Good times. Empire Piece going to be taken down by last game's champ. You know, if you're going to go out in a game of Apex Legends, why not have it be the champion of the last game? You know that you fought the best. We're going to agree that this is going to be a nice little group punch. Dom is going to go up on top of this little launch pad building. Mudang still up here as well. They're just kind of playing on the other side of it, toying around. We've got Missadil get inside of this building. We've got Party and Max also up on top of the building. Reality still in things. 17 squads remaining. My hell. Fifth zone getting ready to close, and you can see it's going to close and force all of these teams in. Cheeky, Swan, Mango, Envy, Breezy, Swift, Dietrich. Everybody going to have to move into a rather confined space, and right now, considering we do have a couple teams inside of this building, this is going to be a hard rotation in for them. Going to have to find this new real estate for themselves and going to have to find it rather aggressively. I'm hoping that with all of these tridents still left in game, we're gonna see somebody get pushed out of zone. Like, we're gonna see somebody get pushed into zone. Like, it's like Warthog Rumble or whatever the mode is in Halo Infinite. It's like Last One Standing, but with cars. But hey, you know, it's trick or treat, baby. It's trick or treat. Game 2 here on Storm Point, closing out round 5. We've still got 17 squads remaining. Numerous squads already found their home. Looks like Missadil, unfortunately, will fall. Abyss able to pick up that down. Davila has lost Nedlock. No problem for Davila. Boom, look at that. Cheeky little portal inside. No problem. Gonna hide right inside. Max and Party, still plenty of room for them up top. And we'll take a look at things from above here. All right, we definitely have some teams on top of the building. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different tridents in play that I can count. Dom now doing some damage on to Nedlock. We're just going to rotate through this way because there's not a quick way. Not a quick way. Not with these lobbies. Too chaotic. Too crazy. Love the shield swap setup. Dom going to back up. Mudang going to move in for the punch here. Nice little fight up against Abyss and Quad. As round 6 gets ready to start its closure. Git might be trying to go for the revive here, which would be an insane revive to get. If you were to get a player back up right here as the ring begins to close. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Tridents, again, going to be a very large factor here in the end game. Probably going to see a couple players get rammed in their Tridents out into this zone. This zone going to do a lot of damage, especially as the final round. Got a minute 30 seconds left. Numerous Tridents in play. Players on low ground, high ground, middle ground, left ground, right ground, top ground, bottom ground, and middle ground. That's what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a little action. We wanted to see these Tridents ramming each other into zone just like that. That's going to be a painful one for whoever just got kicked out. Pipex and... Chat. Oh, God. I love Trick or Treat. I tell ya. Ends up backfiring there. Pipex Muxoki going to be eliminated. We do have Reality Check also eliminated. Numerous of these Tridents just trying to get each other into this edge glitch where it's going to shoot the Trident airborne. The evac tower going to come out. That evac tower nowhere near centered. Beautiful top down here of the Chaos. Pathfinder's Wraiths a little bit of everywhere right now. Again, as mentioned, the zombie infestation, very, very real. This is not Call of Duty, but it's about to be chaotic as the final Trident's going to start to push each other out of zone. All the Wraiths going to go into portals. The Pathfinders are going to do what they can to stay alive and heal, but this is when the Wraith portals come into play. As we go down on to the final few moments, 5 squads left. We'll have a winner momentarily. What an ending there. Team 20 going to come out on top. The death boxes littering the field. That's going to be Goisy and Cheekies coming out on top of game number 2, closing out a very chaotic Storm Point finish. Congratulations to both of them. So we've got Convergent here and TRK, our 2 winners so far. We're going to be kicking things off here with game number 3 shortly. Definitely won't have as long of a delay, so stick around here and we'll jump into game number 3 in a few. All right, game 3 is upon us. We're on the ever-beloved, recently transitioned to competitive E-District. We've got a nice little neon theme for you this evening in this round of Trick or Treat. All right, here we are. We're ready to drop in. Let's take a look at what we've got in store besides turning the music down, because you know what? I'd rather hear people fighting, punching each other. We'll turn on some player inventory. A little bit of a Western pull here. City Hall going to be the hot drop. Hot drop's not exceptionally important, considering you're not going to be picking up any of the gold guns or anything along that nature. Max and Party are going to be contesting Dreams and Breezy early on. It looks like a very aggressive contest, too. Dreams kind of caught on her own. Breezy going to be trying to get Sky inside. Dreams on his own. My apologies. Beautiful little flank there from Breezy. Going to be doing some damage. Will it be enough? Gets the break on the Pathfinder. Now going to have to retreat and run. Max and Party Girl between the two of them. Too powerful. Mudang is taking down Team Empire. Team Empire being dismantled by a baby hippo. Absolutely chaotic. You guys wait, okay? You just wait until my good friend Tunda sees that. Peace able to get away for the time being. Demons will be down and out. Does look like this will be a solo push here on out for Peace. Peace did a great job games back of making sure they were as far into this circle as possible. Looks like getting a deal, just trying to do a little chase, and looks like they're trying to chase none other than Iarka. Iarka just going to play balloon to balloon, and you know what? Probably the right call. A beautiful grapple. Pulls Hyarka right off of the zip line. Gonna hit another perfectly timed one. That was about as close of a call as possible. Hyarka now just one punch away. A nice little flick up to maximize distance. And I think this is just going to be the Hyarka runs into something busy and... Oh, that was going to be it. I thought he got that door closed. He just didn't get inside enough. Miss a deal. Going to add a couple kill points to the tally here. And again, kills not super important, okay? If you're going for kill leader, great. Go for kill leader. But it's not going to bring you anything throughout the entirety of the night. First place, all that matters. All that matters. Dopey and Envy. Ooh, they taking on... Envy actually going to be going for that scan beacon. So, you know, I said what I said earlier about scan beacons, and Envy just told me to shut up. Literally right to my face right there.
Care package over there. Care package over there.
Lazy and D-Trace still plenty of time to get inside of zone. Breezy is still running from Max and Party. This is like a cops chase that went to commercial break. We came back. Boom. Still going on. Everybody just kind of doing the same thing right now, just, you know, seeing if you can cut off an angle, and there they go up. Party Girl not going to have that grapple ability, at least for the time being, to be able to grab that. Davila on the rotation over. That could be the same exact care package that we were just looking at. And it's going to be. You hear the players landing down there. You want to grab those gold P20s so bad. You really, really do.
You're in view of the enemy.
All right, so we've got Dreams dead, Empire Demons down and out, Misi and Hyarka, Woodland and Goat. Few teams eliminated thus far. Hey, still got 23 teams left. Peace has gone as north as he possibly can, really taking his role lately as a manager to new heights. You know, trying to secure this win for Empire Gaming, bring home the gold. Belarus and Christian will be eliminated. The Convergent boys, I don't know what they're on, but their Wheaties that they ate for breakfast this morning have transpired into the punching abilities of none other than, I guess we can say, Mike Tyson. We've already got a Mike Tyson in the lobby. Wonderful job so far, just really engaging these fights, taking it as a team. AAA Seawood adding more kill points to their name. And excuse me, because for some reason, my Discord was not on streamer mode, and I hear Discord noises, and we don't like Discord noises. Yeah.
Care package.
Dreams back into things, trying to get back to their teammate Breezy. Breezy was actually one of our vouch teams. You know, somebody tagged Breezy. I believe it was Renaissant. Tagged Breezy in the comments. Player vouches do go a long way in the competitive space. If you have a friend that's really trying to make it, just giving them constant vouches on things, it does go a long way. I promise we as organizers, we do see things like that. Whether we see all of them or not, we do see a majority of those. And having a community, you know, vouch behind players is always a nice little peace of mind. Peace on the run. Who's he on the run from? Let's take a look. It's a blue path. It's Kamor and Juan. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, unfortunately, Peace will fall there. Quite literally fall. As we did learn the hard way that this area here, very, very strategic if you're the only one rotating, but when you're both on the zipline, apparently Kamor's zipline abilities are better. Oh, that was funny. Unfortunate for Mr. Peace. Unfortunate. Goodness me, a deal and they are getting ready here to fight up against D-Tray. Man, if we say the word Mike Tyson one more time, huh? Oh, look, we have a Muhammad Ali. We actually have 4 different boxers in the lobby. The other 2, of course, you know, convergent. I do think I saw last game some winners. Very Cheeky's either DC'd, or my favorite is when you accidentally quit really, really quickly in a custom and you shouldn't have. I've definitely done that. So right now, Goizy just going to try and rack up an extra 85, but going to be really hard to do with Max and Party Girl on the chase. Party is like really on the chase, just hesitating on that grapple. Great hit there, able to hit for 60. That Cosmic Pathfinder skin, though. Guys, you ready for this? It's out of this world. I'm gonna leave that fight now. Zach and Ren inside of an engagement up against Bunny Amori and Ellie. I do believe Ren was that Pathfinder. Ren's taking all sorts of damage. Looks like running towards Zach. And again, you can't use any of the grenades. You can't use any guns. So it does make it exceptionally hard when you're the player kind of, you know, all you can do is run. And then being the target of, you know, that 2 tag, or the double player tag is also very hard. And it looks like Zach going to be dropping down. I saw Zach's vision there. I did. Going to give Ren a nice little back alley exit. I really, really liked that play. Saw the vision, Zach. I saw it.
Let's check out that way.
Reality check did fall earlier on, and now Speed Demon going to be the sole player here. Going to be carrying it deep for team number 5. And the Convergent Killers. That's what we're going to call them. We're going to call them the Convergent Killers. Because they're doing something different today, these two, I tell you. Got robbed by Apex. Oh my god. Why is my the fuck emote blocked? I don't know why that's blocked. Come on. Come on. None of that. Juan and Kimura up against Envy and Dopey. This is a full bore bout here. This is get a title card, put him in an octagon. I say that and it turns into even more chaos as now we've got Maxoki and Pipex coming in from behind. Nice little grapple there. Pipex going to do a... Where do you think you're going for the time being? Please come back. That's going to be Envy on the run. Great use of that grapple utility to get out of that fight. I like Envy's play to just rotate into zone on this. See if they'll follow. Doesn't look like they will, which is a great opportunity. Envy going to be able to get back into zone. 25's not going down just yet. Speaking of zone, though, my goodness, Max going for a nice long rotation here. Does have that Into the Void passive. Should be able to get into zone, no problem. Gonna hold on that passive, which I like that play as well. Breezy. Breezy's deep in zone. Not the red zone, not the end zone, just the regular zone. Way over an energy bank. Super heads up play to just take that zip line in and give yourself a little bit of knowledge. There's just so little room for error in these when it all comes down to, you know, winning the game. Things are a little bit different. You can't just take these silly little fights like you would, except if you miss a deal and get. Reality check was eliminated there for a little bit, but back into the game. Now gonna have to carry this one home for Speed Demon. I think I might have personally just run towards that other Pathfinder, which bravo on that Halloween Pathfinder skin. Oh my goodness. A beautiful grab out of Git. Reality check down to officially one punch. Convergent in the area. And this is going to be it. AAA pulls it in. One quick hit. Now, going to be wondering where the hell this other team is coming from.
Making contact with enemy.
Care package over there.
Seven and Denze having a good old time. Looks like they got themselves 3 kills as well.
Contact with target. Hostile close. Hostile right here.
Deal is going to call out that player over to the right. You definitely heard them up on top of that little bush. Git does take the jumps. It's Dreams and Breezy. I feel like we've been going to them every single time there's some sort of engagement on this side of the map. Breezy now taking a little bit of damage. A nice little flank behind from Dreams. Able to do 30 onto that Wraith. Dom takes down Mango in the feed. Now Breezy's going to heal. Bring right over to the door. Dream's going to be waiting. Dreams was on a conveyor belt there momentarily. Going to go into the void. Going to drop down bottom. There were players down here momentarily. Or just a few seconds ago. Excuse me. Nice little low punch from Dom. And this team doesn't want a single piece of this action. It's going to be Convergent. The Convergent Dom fight would be one to behold. Miss a deal and, Git gonna drop down and start to do a little bit of this damage. Miss a deal's only taken 60 so far. Gonna get hit there by a little bit more. Moo doing some serious damage here. Dom's gonna get down just in a second. I believe he just got grappled, but he somehow gets away from that. Of course, I say that does go down, and right now it's just gonna be Moodang trying to keep this moving. Able to get that shield battery off. That shield battery going to be hugely valuable. Dom does fall. Denze and 7 on the chase. And it looks like they'll be chasing into quite a few different players. Got Miss a Deal and Git coming on over. They're looking for a piece of this fight. As numerous squads start to join the area. Denze and 7 able to pick up 1. Moodang will fall. Dom 2 cracked. Also out. That's going to be team 2. Denze and 7 taking some serious damage here, and that's going to be from Miss a Deal and Get. They're also, I feel, just in every single engagement that we've come across. Not sure who just respawned, so we're just going to come over here quick. Ooh. All right. Swift going to miss that initial grapple. Breezy and Dreams yet again on the chase. Going to opt out of that one. They see the third-party opportunity there. You know, I don't like to cross open areas in front of Miss a Deal either, so I get it. Full respect. Full respect. I was trying to go to Party and Max. They were the ones making a long rotation. It does look like that's actually going to be what we just watched right there. Was a full execution on live television. 7 going to take down Party Girl. Max able to rotate over. He's kind of got himself a little bit of playable room. Going to move himself into zone on the outside of the building. Give himself plenty of room. A little bit of an open area here. He does have to cross, but no major issues. Just yet, should be able to sit there, no problem. Sky does have this Pathfinder zip line ready to go. Can throw that out. Essentially get into zone, no problem. Just making sure it's going to go far enough. It's also going to give other players in the area that utility, so you do have to be a little bit careful. Chaos unfolding here on the southeast corner of the map. Kimura and Juan getting into an engagement. Should be able to do some damage here on to this Wraith. That Wraith going to be the likes of Mango. So Mango and Swiftness right now. They will be hurting. Swift just going to kind of sit back. Wait for these players to push. And jump up on top of the building and take high ground. So while Kimura able to pick up that KP for the time being, Swift going to hold this one down. Max now taking damage here, trying to keep 23 alive. And at least for the time being, able to survive. Got a little bullying going on here in the alley. Numerous players chasing, fighting into the void. There's all sorts of different strategies applied here in the trick-or-treat portion of the Proving Grounds. You know, whatever it takes to really become champion is the most important play. That's the play I would make. "50 seconds left. We'll start to see that final zone come down. Right now, Quad and Abyss were literally dead center where this zone's going to be. They've got access to this building. Of course, that building's going to get crowded here momentarily, but they do have access to a little bit of everything. As we go Skybound, you can get an overall view of where all these players are. A lot of players down right over here towards this riverside. They're on the western portion of things. Players aplenty. Here comes the respawn. This is what we wanted to see. I'm shocked that we are going to get a respawn right now. That's going to be Dreams getting Breezy back into things. May just take this portal to survive. As zone does start to close, we've got one player jumping back in. It's Dreams. Welcome back. Your good old pal Breezy brings you back in, and things start to get chaotic. We've got 1:45 left. We're going to start to see some Wraith portals go down very, very shortly. Until then, it's just going to be a lot of ziplining, which, you know, we saw Empire Peace really practicing his ziplining earlier. Unfortunately, didn't practice it as much as Kimura. Whoa, that zoomed really quick. My apologies. We do have another respawn beacon down in center. I can't imagine anyone's going to go for that. I know that there are some players that could. We are missing 4 players of the 12 duos remaining. And as mentioned, this building here going to play a very, very crucial point in what's going to look like Ellie and Bunny Amori They're very center circle for the time being. We've got 50 seconds left. Still plenty of time to start putting down those Wraith portals. I have full expectations. We're going to see these portals start to go down and kind of just drag out the time a little. You know, we've got 35 seconds. These portals, they're going to do wonders, but they're only going to do wonders if you can get them down and time them correctly. Davila does put her portal down. And we were just talking about chaos, and here it comes. We've got 12 squads left, 15 seconds remaining. And teams are going to start to fall to zone. We've got an airborne player on the zipline. We've got numerous players in portal already. There's still a portal right in the dead center, so you will be able to play this one out. The beautiful sounds of Wraiths in portals. 5 squads remaining. It becomes a heal-off. I was curious why that was taking so long. Team 28 gonna come out on top of game number 3. Not really sure how we had players alive that long after the closure of the circle. But, you know, naturally we do. Pipex and Moxoki come out on top of game number 3. A very big win for them. They were I believe they joined game number 2. Thanks to Davila kind of inviting them in. You know, we had a couple open spots and they pulled it out. They take game number 3. We're going to be back with game number 4 on a brand new map in just a few. All right, this Spotify playlist was actually supposed to be spooky music. Not very spooky, but it's putting me to sleep a little bit. I can't lie. That was nice and relaxing. Definitely not the EDM rave we normally have when it's ladies' night. But we're dropping into game number 4. We're dropping in on Olympus. Pipex and Moxoki taking game number 3. Got a brand new map, a brand new set of challenges to face, and my goodness, are the challenges aplenty when all you can do is melee. I think a lot of players learning that very, very quickly. may have... Okay, I was really worried there, but I'm better now.
Let's go for that trident.
All right, looks like we've got everybody into game. We're missing a few teams. Look like we've lost a couple. Gonna end this match. There's been no pain just yet inflicted. All right. Sorry, chat. I just didn't want y'all to see the code. You know how it is. You know how it is. Yeah, Light, if you want to... God, I gotta turn this music. It's so loud in my ears. If you want to just at me somewhere in the Proving Grounds Discord, I can add roles for you. If you can get in for Game 4, great. If not, happy to have you for Game 5. Because we do have a couple spots. It's been a chill evening. We actually had a lot of the teams that were, I think, probably, at least to me, the most excited sounding. And those are the ones that didn't show up. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, you're welcome to join. Just at me somewhere in the Proving Grounds Discord. Which I just remembered you won't hear for 2 minutes, which will be starting by then, so. All right, we're just going to give this game 2 minutes here. Make sure that we can get everybody into the lobby, especially if we've got a few extra players joining us, which would be wonderful. Get a few of those extra players in. All right, I'm going to turn up the music, though. We'll enjoy the spooky vibes for a bit, and we will be back here with game number 4. We're going to be kicking that off on Olympus here in just a few. All right, cross your fingers, cross your toes. Don't cross your eyes because you'll need glasses like me. But definitely cross your fingers. We should have everybody in. We've got the addition of our good friend Light and Lufka. Two very handsome gentlemen, you know? Two very handsome, devilishly handsome gentlemen. Appreciate you guys coming through, joining up. Hello, Smashley. A note for anybody, if you do want to get in on Game 5, I do have a couple slots left in the lobby. I do believe the final game will be Kings Canyon, which is... Yeah, it's quite the thought, isn't it? Kings Canyon, melee only? Oh my god, I feel like it's 2021 all over again. Alright, a little bit more of a full lobby here, which is exactly what you love to see. Let's take a look at the map. Let's see where things are going. Alright. It was going to be a little bit of a northwestern zone. Now it's going to be a little bit more of an eastern pull. Got those gardens, grow towers, a little solar array. Orbital cannon. Does anybody land down orbital cannon anymore? I can't think of the last time I've landed at and played through orbital cannon. Ren and Zach going for a very, very aggressive split. It looks like they were trying to get the Trident, which, you know, on a map like this where we just saw Trident be, or excuse me, like on Storm Point, we saw Tridents play such a crucial role. Of course, that word has different meanings in different circles. Adil taking on the likes of Mr. Ali and Tyson themselves. Adil is now also a world-renowned boxing champion. So going to take on two of the GOATs over here. Just south of that, looks like we're going to do a little Trident standoff. We've already got the makings of a brand new Fast and Furious franchise. I know I already made one Fast and Furious joke. I personally don't think there's a limit because we should have been done with those movies decades ago. So I'll probably make another one this game. Probably not in Kings Canyon though. You know, there's not any Tridents there. God, that would just ruin that map. Tridents, oof. Kings Canyon, oof. Wisteria and Andy Jax though. All right, I saw that crash. Wisteria, nice try. Nice try. We're gonna get these events sponsored by insurance companies soon because my goodness gracious. The damages are unfathomable. Niamori and Ellie just sitting inside of the one place I was curious if people even went anymore. Yes is the answer to the aforementioned question. D-Tray and Lazy, they do call out a player down low. Trying to see who this player was going to be. Oh, we're way over here, that's why. Buddy Amori on the run. Able to do that without an issue. Lazy kind of just, you know, gives the nod off like that. Ah, shuckaroo. You got away. Again, everybody just running around trying to grab these Evos. These Evos are so crucial in holding on to that Trident, even more crucial. Kimura now just going to try and get inside. Able to do that. Kimura Chiquita is on the way out of town. Juan able to keep her afloat there. Kimura, I like the addition of Chiquita to your name. It's very fun to say. So thank you. Ren and Zach still alive here. Inside of Solar Array, looks like they're going to be chasing out Quad and Abyss. Zach up on that purple Evo already. You know he's been scanning beacons like a beacon scanner. Look at that. Beautiful. Beacons everywhere. 19 different enemies scanned. That would be, I think, in ranked play, probably the worst feeling. Knowing that you have 19 different enemies all within striking distance. Stereo and Andy Jax taking their time. Man, there's all of these teams. Look, is there a Bloodhound even in this lobby? No. These are all Pathfinders in all race. And having no zone knowledge is a little bit unacceptable. We have to agree here, right? Like, how do you have no zone knowledge? Nope. Mudang, what were you doing down here? God, she took that precious little leaf she has, put it on her little snoot. You guys can't tell, I have a slight hippo obsession. It's totally normal and totally fine.
Evo harvester here.
What's the over-under on Trident's final zone here? We're definitely going to have area to have them. If this is going to be like a Grow Towers finish, this is going to be HE double hockey. Ren and Zach trying to do a little bit of damage on Wisteria, and Andy Jax able to do exactly that. And I'm great at turning on player inventory, so now you can see what everybody's got for heals.
Evo harvester here.
We should go that way.
Who is Woodland and Goat trying to take down? By the way, Goat last game, Goat and Woodland, apparently were in the fight that they were in. Both did 150 damage to their respective players, but were the ones that lost. You know, it's not like in Halo when you can both, you know, pump each other quick with a shotgun and you get your own trade. Not like that in Apex. There's no little tradesies. Very, very rare. I think I've had like one trade in like 5 years of Apex. So unfortunately, that was the mention of Apex doing him dirty. Goat coming in to do the finish. Pathfinder on Pathfinder. Violence concludes with Goat picking up a KP. Lovely Emma going to be able to get away from this. Beautiful job getting away. Ooh, that's a nice zone. A nice little aggressive pull over to the right. Even more. Little grow towers, little clinic gardens area. Numerous different options even through this grow towers area. Besides the fact you'll have 3 towers in with 3 respective levels, you've got the 2 little micro buildings over here. Granted, they're hell to defend, but they're playable. You've got a lower area over here by grow towers.
Let's go over there.
And as Cheeky's kind of drives us over there, we'll just go over and take a look quick. So as you can see, numerous buildings underneath. This is where that end zone is going to be, isn't kind of over in this area. Numerous buildings underneath. You've got some high ground options up here on the other side of this wall. We will see where this final zone is going to pull. Obviously, we're a few minutes away from that.
Let's go over there.
This way.
Game 2 winners here, TRK. Trying to go the distance. We do have Convergent alive. Your Game 1 winners and your Game 3 winners, who actually, Moxoki coming back into things right now, live and in the flesh, drops to the ground. What a beaut. Oh my goodness. That zipline transfer. Holy hell. Beautiful job there by Pipex, able to get Moxoki back in. Does look like there's going to be a little bit of a, you know, a potential issue there.
Let's go over there.
They might have seen you.
Emma going for a nice long rotation. Going to potentially all be ruined by the fact that one player just got back, or excuse me, one player, I almost just said was gotten, was brought back in. Lovely Emma going to take that. Bays go all the way up through, and luckily for her, Light and Lufka just leaving the area. Talk about some timing. Gonna go ahead and craft up here. You know, numerous options to craft here. I think I'm gonna have to go shield battery. If my goal, or excuse me, I guess if my task is red Evo shield, I think I'm crafting a shield battery. I want to make sure I can heal as much as possible. Nice little tail whip, or a little whip there. Lufka goes airborne.
Care package over there.
Care package.
And Iarka and Misi have really moved right into the center of things. This next zone going to play them favor. We're 30 seconds out from round number 3. Still 20 squads remaining. This would be the healthiest scrim lobby ever. Round 2 closed, 20 squads up.
I think we should move that way.
But some of you don't like that milk, do you?
Enemy trident here.
Zach and Ren taking yet again another fight up against Hyarka and Misi here. Care package comes down, drops right on their head. Evac tower now in the hands of Light. Off, going to be able to get out of here really, really quickly. Mythic bin's going to spawn. Man, what a pain to not be able to grab that Mythic bin. Dreams and Breezy are in trouble. Breezy really in trouble. Dreams may be able to get away. Belarus just misses that grapple. Might let him go for now. And does. We're going to use the Champion Edition skin here from Christina. Go ahead and get that finish. Breezy going to be down and out. Ren has fallen. Zach will defend her honor. See? By running away, that is defending honor. It's different here. What is... I'm just going to let them do their thing. This is great. Pathfinder on Pathfinder on Pathfinder on Pathfinder on Pathfinder. This is like a category you accidentally looked up once. My goodness gracious, so much action. Zach gonna be able to get Ren back into things.
Let's move that way. We should go there. Let's over there.
Let's go over there.
We're just taking a peek at everybody, seeing where everybody is. Looks like we got a lot of red purple evos already.
Wrong choice.
Dreams really just trying to keep this alive. May be able to do so here. We're gonna have a zip line. Yep. Oh my god. I thought Dreams fell. I thought for sure we were gonna have a repeat of what had happened earlier with, and I'm sorry to bring it up again, Peace, but I mean, Kamord, she kind of, yeah, knocked you right off of that zip line, so that's just what happens. Dream's gonna be playing Movement King here very temporarily. Looks like able to engage those two teams in a different fight, which is best case scenario. Now Party and Max gonna be up against, I believe that was Missy. Way over here it was Missy and Hyarka on the chase. They were looking to add a couple extra KP. Beautiful. Beautiful punching. Absolute top-notchery.
Contact with target.
My goodness, this zone's really going to leave minimal room for error. This zone is going to be hell. So we have to assume it's going to pull a little bit towards this center area. You know, it's obviously going to shrink down a touch, even where Raph is right now. I mean, you can take a look at it for you. Excuse me, I just threw my mouse across my desk. You can see there is a little bit of area to hide up there. It does take pretty much a Pathfinder to get up there, or a zip line. So getting up there and staying up there are going to be very limited as to who can do that. But it's a beautiful spot so far to just be able to kind of control the pace of things. And we've got a little trident action. Again, just so many tridents here. Beautiful racing, though. Beautiful racing. Moxoki, our game 3 winner, potentially in trouble. Able to get onto that zip line, timed ever so well. Should be able to get away from the Convergent team. That was getting ready to cause some serious damage.
Check out that way.
TRK back into things. They're on their Trident. Plenty of access to move into zone. No need to freak out and rush just yet. You see all these players moving around. It definitely very, very, like, you know, buggy vibe. Little bugs we need to eliminate. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think we got 10, maybe 11. Might have 11. This is too many. This is too many. This is too many Tridents.
I say we move there.
Love the push into zone, and this is what we're going to expect to see yet again. We saw it on Stormpoint, and it worked out so well. Not so well, I believe it was actually Ellie. It might have also been Moxoki in that first game that she had joined. Got kind of, you know, hit in the way that the Tridents interact with each other in very small, tight spaces. One of the Tridents normally goes airborne. Did not play into favor for a few different people there at the end of game number 2. Probably going to see it here at the end of game number 4. Just trying to close things out here on Olympus. We are dropping into Kings Canyon next. $85 goes to the winner by placement, not by kill points. This is Trick or Treat. This is not the BLGS, not the ALGS, or the CLGS for that matter. We're just incentivizing you to play Punch Buggy very aggressively with 60 other people. That's all we're trying to do. Andy Jackson, Wisteria still alive. Purple Evo shields. Let's rotate through. We got some purples, reds, purple, reds. Lots of reds. Couple purples. Lots of purples. Almost looks like an even split. I'm not a mathematician or a statistician by any means. But there's definitely a good amount of purple, a good amount of red. Round 5 closing. See how we're getting ready to... This is like one of those GTA videos where you drive down the highway with a ramp on the front of your truck and you just send everybody flying. That's kind of what Goat and Woodland are doing right now. And again, we are in 5th circle. These zones, they're going to hurt. Ah, it's a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty. And excuse me 1 second while... Okay, that was interesting. We're back. I believe we're back, chat. Oh, my game was definitely crashing there for a second. You know, the Trident dealer down the street, gotta be ecstatic. Really crushed their sales quota this month. This is ridiculous. This is so many Tridents in the end game. 20 seconds here. We'll jump on board with a couple different players. We'll rotate through some POVs. We'll go back airborne to watch the chaos unfold. Arica and Missy still live. Andy Jackson, Wisteria, Mango and Swift, Woodland and Goat. Raph and Lovely Emma taking some damage. Wizzy and Cheekies still alive. Ellie and Bunamori. Triple A and Seawood L. Even Quad here holding it down as a solo. Abyss was eliminated earlier. If a respawn beacon was to hypothetically come out like it just did, could see something quite interesting. Gonna come over here to the elimination right as Dom gonna come in on Lovely 2 Emma. I don't know why I said Lovely 2 Emma. It's Dom 2 Cracked, but Lovely 2 Emma, I mean, if you want to change your branding, go crazy. Hierarcha gonna get that melee onto Christina. Denze and 7, Reality and Speed, Collapse and Sky. We're down into that 15 squad range. Yep, this is a traffic jam. This is my worst case scenario. I just don't know which angle I want. This is my worst case scenario. Right here. This big of a traffic jam. That would do it for me. I'm going to be getting a melee up against Cheekies. Dom and Mudang really looking to take a game here. They've been so close so many times. I don't even know. I don't even want to take a POV here. We will, though. We will. Ellie Bunamori up top. Looks like they're setting up a nice portal. Abyss gets pushed into the zone very aggressively. Respawn beacon out. Not sure who would dare take that. Okay, now we're going to go airborne. Now we're going to watch these final few moments unfold as the tridents do start to become rendered useless. Going to take up way too much space here in zone. You're also probably going to die while you're trying to do exactly that. Down to 14 squads. Here comes the heal off. We've got one trident just sitting in the center, pushing everybody around. Who is doing that? That is Dom 2 Cracked. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the menace, Dom 2 Cracked has come into play. Few squads remaining. Will it be? Who knows? Who knows? But team number 2 going to come out on top. Chaotic. Chaotic. Who let these Empire guys in? I don't know. They showed up. Okay? They showed up. And I'll tell you what, okay? Dom and Mudang winning that is in no way, shape, or form a lack of Dom's effort. Dom got in the trident at the end and said, you know what? I hate all of you. And just pushed them all into zone. So, huge play there out of Dom. We'll be back in just a few with game number 5 on King's freaking Canyon.
Shivers crawling down your spine. Voices howling in your mind. Shadows haunting in the night. Refuge fading out of sight.
Nightmare, be scared, dynamite, smoke flare, nightmare, despair, enemies beware. I'll be waiting for you in the night air. I'll be right there, yeah, nobody going nowhere. I'm your worst nightmare, be scared, dynamite, smoke flare, nightmare, despair, enemies beware. I'll be waiting for you in the night air. I'll be right there, yeah, nobody going nowhere. I'm your worst nightmare. I'm your worst nightmare.
Tell me what's hidden deep within your mind.
I'm your worst nightmare.
What an exciting ending there, huh? A little bit of melee action. Dom, thank you so much for the follow. You dirty SOB. I watched you do that live, and it was chaotic. Watching you just kind of, Gordon Ramsay push your fucking ingredients around was insane. So, congratulations. Absolutely bananas. Bananas work. All right. Let's jump in here. We're dropping in. It's King's Canyon. It's game number 5. Interesting zone. Interesting zone, chat. Interesting zone. Very interesting zone.
Target landed near me.
All right, here we've got... Where did my favorite little...
Let's explore this way.
Where the fuck? I definitely thought I saw Mood. Chat, I might be losing my freaking mind. That's what it is. Fights coming through here from Denze7. Going to be taking some damage up against the likes of Missadil and Git. Poor Missadil and Git right now just trying to stay alive. Get the sole survivor here. Looks like they're just one punch away. 30 damage going to do it. And may be able to get away luckily here. Git going to be able to pop away. Get that shield cell off. Get a secondary shield cell off. Could have held that for just a little bit longer, I think, on that stick. But a beautiful grapple outplays that Wraith. This is food. This is food. Den's on the chase. 7. Also on that wrap. Git right now really just trying to up and get. You know, it's like, when you got a horse that you're trying to flee in Red Dead. You just, come on, get! No? Nobody? Cool. But able to get out of here for just a little bit longer. And it looks like Ren was taking on Convergent. That is what happened. Seawood just hiding out up top. You know, this is the hide and seek part of the trick or treat portion. Sometimes you just have to play a different strategy. Most important strategy, coming in first place. Getting yourself $85 for literally winning a melee-only game of Apex Legends. Not a bad way to spend a Wednesday night. You could be out egging houses, TPing trees. Of course, that was the 90s. You know, you could do that. Now there's security cameras on everybody's home and doorbell, and makes it a little bit harder. But no Mischief Night tonight. This is Mischief Night. We're all staying inside, we're all behaving, and we're all beating the living hell out of each other for $85. Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do. In this economy, $85, that's like
Over there.
a bag of Doritos and a box of mac and cheese.
Let's check out that way, friends.
Evo harvester here.
Ellie right now having not a great time. Really just trying to stay away from the likes of Sam and stay alive and just, goodness gracious. Gonna grab that Evo. That Harvester going to be very helpful. Here Collapse and Sky on the hunt. We're going tag team right up the zip line. Literally just a fraction away from a good little melee here. Sky gonna be on the hunt. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see if we get any more, downsies in the kill feed. Lofgun Light taking their time. Some blue evils already. Hyark. I almost just called him Hiker. I've never called you Hiker in my life. But Hyarka Misi gonna be going down for this care package. Looks like they've already got themselves some company. And it doesn't matter who it is, because Hyarka and Missy, they're ready to get aggressive. Quad and Abyss, though, doing very well, getting Quad up to that purple Evo shield and actually holding off the likes of Hyarka and Missy. Quad and Abyss now on the chase. That means this is about to be Running Simulator 2024. Hello, Haley. Hello, hello, hello.
Let's go over there.
I know that the delay is over 2 minutes. So when you hear this, it was 9:03 p.m. Eastern. Hello. Swift and Mangle on the rotate. Gonna go ahead and scan this beacon. Also gonna add a little bit of extra Evo charge. 17 enemies in the area for them currently. Let's take a look at who. And let's take a look at where this next zone poll is going to go. We got round 1 closing in momentarily. Going to force a lot of these teams in. A lot of edge teams, even in a melee-only event. Nedlock and Davila taking up residence inside of Center Hydro Dam. They're one of the only teams inside of the zone. We've got Empire Peace role-playing as Zombie Pathfinder Warrior. I don't know. He's just chilling. It's big chilling in these rocks. Even better, demons. Demons, look at you. I'm trying to go down. Trying to go down. Whoop, there we go. That's a really cheeky angle. Or a hard tree, rather, to see through. Interesting. Interesting. Not like we're going to be playing ranked on Kings Canyon anytime soon, so should be okay. Lovely and Wrath. You guys got a little bit of space to go. You're already inside zone. Cheekies, where are you? There he is. He was way out of zone. Go in Woodland. They're also getting ready to fight on the edge of zone here. Goat going to be taking on the likes of Ellie. Ellie, the sole survivor here for Team 22. Will Bunny Amori end the story? I don't know. I screwed it up. I should have gone with it differently, but, you know. Sometimes an artist's work. Sometimes. The portal going into zone. A very dangerous play here for Ellie. Will be able to get the banner. Will be able to go back in quicker. That was interesting. Didn't get to go through the whole portal there. That was quite interesting. Make a little note of that. At least it looked, it could have been a visual. Could have been visual. My goodness gracious, what is going on over here? Missy and Hyarka leading the charge here up against Mango and Swiftness. And once again, for some reason my thing wasn't on streamer mode, so I apologize for the Discord noises.
Harvester here.
Boise and Cheekius taking on Denze and Seven. We've got South American powerhouses. We've got European powerhouses. And they're both on just absolutely unnatural ping right now. Guaranteed. I love the fact that they're just going to continually take this fight. Boise able to get up top. Should be able to get that sell off. Looks like they were able to get one. But Seven and Den's on the hunt here. Goodness gracious, this fight's just going to keep going. Hyarka versus Missy. Or excuse me, Hyarka and Missy. Missy has lost their shield. Hyarka should be able to get out of this. Able to do exactly that. Now, Breezy and Dream's going to be spawning over here into Swampland. One of probably my... It's probably bottom 10 on my list of places I want to be respawned. Is in Swamp. Unless my death box is right in the area, bottom 10. Take me across the map. Drop me off literally anywhere else. Why? I don't have valid reasoning. That's just what I want. Seawood Agent AAA going to be rotating all the way up towards Cage. Do we have anybody there? We will. As of right now, I'm pretty sure Convergent, definitely one of the top kill leaders of the evening as a duo. Reminder that there is a kill leader bounty out there tonight. Luckily for us, we get to do it all manually post-event. So I'll probably put that tweet out tomorrow. But we are going to be updating kills kind of rewarding some of these players for their efforts. There's about 30 different ways you can earn money tonight, so, you know, why not? AAA almost got that grapple, just barely gets that Pathfinder there, able to do some serious damage, breaks that shield. Should just be one away. One away it was. Chris will fall. Here comes the second party, or excuse me, the third party coming in. Denze in 7. The second team, I think, is where I was going with that. Now grouping up on AAA. Kind of trapped him into a corner there. One hit away, and that's all it's going to take. Not sure. Seawell rotating out of cage. Pretty heads-up rotation there to just get out of dodge as quickly as you can. Swiftness and Mango over here in Swampland. I'm just... Well, we know how I feel about Swamp now. We know how. Almost kicks him right back into the portal. That would have been a nice kick, huh? A little returno. Reality check, I believe that was. Able to at least get that banner on the run. TRK, though. Not going to let this one go. Cheekies and Goisy on the hunt. Hyarka and Missy now also taking damage. Hyarka and Missy going for a super long rotation. They'll be safe for the time being. When they add healing on ziplines, it's going to be over. It's going to be over. You can catch me on the zipline 24/7. Don't even worry about it. See a lot of these players already setting up some of these zip lines. Could be late rotation zip lines. Could also help feed kills their direction. Moxoki and Pipex right now, they have a, I would say, favorable position to not fight anyone. I like that. I like that. You know, sometimes that's what makes it more exciting, too. You play it out as long as you can. And that's all they're doing. Empire Gaming still alive, still in things, and I swear, these two, I'm never hosting a hide-and-seek event without inviting them, because what the hell is this spot? Couldn't have gone further out of their way to find that spot. Moore and Juan in the area of the Empire team, and should be able to remain unharmed. Moore and Juan just going to go up top here and should be able to just hold this high ground for the time being if that's what they're looking to do. And as we look towards where this next zone's going to pull, we've got round 4 getting ready to close. That'll bring us in here. We've got round 5 and then a god-awful round 6, hopefully right in the middle of everything. You got 100 packet loss. We love that. That's unfortunate. I think it's one of my least favorite things here, having to use these community servers tonight instead of, you know, our preferred codes. But like I know Joseph just got married. I'm not going to bother him over codes for a silly little melee event, but we will have him back before we do another pro-am or anything like that. But Seawell, dude, thank you for playing tonight. You guys are absolutely insane at melee. Gamora and Juan, who are they chasing right now? This is going to be lovely Emma just trying to find some place to be safe. Raph does find a place to be safe. Apparently, no one noticed the giant red Pathfinder sitting on the roof. Of course, I say that, you know, that's what happens, but no one had noticed Raph just sitting up there on the roof. We may see a revive here. I can't see anybody coming around. Door hasn't opened yet. Imagine that fisheye view for a revive. That'd be insane. The peak corners on revives. That'd be a nice little strategy. Ren and Zach. Let's see. They've each got a kill point. Ren has 500 melee damage. Reminder, you get 1,000... or I saw 1,000 damage for Zach. They're punching a lot of people. You get 30 damage per melee. 30. So again, not a mathematician, but it's a lot. That was Kamor and Juan. Kamor and Juan may have an advantage on this one. I do believe Kamor may be the one in trouble. but Zach and Ren were also taking some serious damage. Zach was able to get that shield battery off. So right now, it's going to be Zach trying to take down this final Pathfinder. Able to take down one, and I do believe Kimura now on the rotation out.
Wrong choice.
Which, I can't lie, that's what I would be doing. We do have everybody moving in. You can see where this next zone's going to pull, and I'll just kind of go on swiftness for the time being so we can go look. This zone's going to pull right out here. Right into the middle of absolutely nothing. Right off of this building. Right over here at this ramp. Pretty much anybody down in those tunnels, they're not going to have to move until this very, very final seconds of that round 6 closure. Mango is taking some damage and almost blocks the Wraith coming up. Definitely slows down the advancement there. Mango should be able to get out of town. Raph and Emma back into things after that sketchy revive earlier. Devilla and Nedlock still alive, taking some damage. And that's going to be Kimura. So Kimura was trying to get that revive off, trying to get that banner up for Juan. And now Kimura just kind of playing spoiler on this zip line and unfortunately going to pay the price. Iarka says, you better stop that right now. We're going to hit you for the double 30s. Beautiful down onto Breezy. Breezy had just gotten spawned back in too. And now Dream's just going to try and stay alive. This zone going to leave a little high ground, low ground option as well, it looks like, right on top of this little wooden platform. I've never seen that inspect before. I've inspected my Qatar probably 3,000 times. It's a lie. But I've done it a lot. That's cool. Sky trying to keep it going here for 6. Sky and Claps have yet to win a game, but they're looking to do it here. Can Sky keep these players at bay? Sky able to do an amazing job so far, but now Sky just one away. Davila will take that kill. Excuse me, Zach will take that kill. Davila will get the bleed out on Claps, so Zach and Ren still looking to go the distance. Oh, Denze almost had that revive. I love everybody's answer is to take the zip lines all the way up. Ride them as close as you can to the tree, fall down, drop onto one of the other 300 zip lines. That Pathfinder Wraith meta really caught up. Denze's going to go for the respawn. He might get it. Just barely, mere seconds away. Denze almost got it. Denze's really desperately trying to find a place to call home. Doesn't look like we're going to get the respawn in 7. So sorry, but you're going to have to hold off. You know, been sick. When they were at the top of that zip, I just kind of jumped out into third-person camera like it was totally planned that way. Whoop, don't do that. I'm butchering this chat. Here we go. Someone was able to get that respawn off. Not sure if that was Denze or not, as we do have all teams converging on this final sector, this final bout. The Octagon is opened. We've got 20 players left alive. Zach puts down Dreams. We're down inside of the top 10 as this zone starts to get even more chaotic. Reminder, we do have low ground available for players. We do have high ground available for players. We do have some middle ground available, and we do have that evac tower going out. Additional evac tower is going to go out. That one a little bit far away from zone. Not going to do too much. We have players down low, players up top. We've got players in portals already. We've got numerous Wraiths getting ready to drop portals. And the end of game number 5 is upon us. The winner of Kings Canyon, mere 10 seconds away as teams begin to fall. We're down inside of the top 10. Zach and Ren get another down here. Players now trying to stay alive inside of these portals. It's a little bit of a heal off if you have time to get the heals. So much damage coming through from zone. And just like that, the Apex Legends Proving Grounds Trick or Treat Edition will come to a conclusion. Chaotic? Yes. Fun? Yes. For me. For the players, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Light and Lufka going to come out on top of that. Again, another team that joined in the mere final moments. Going to come out and take the win here in game number 5. What a fun little way to do something different here in Apex Legends. You know, we always do these custom lobbies. We're always making sure players are, you know, playing as competitively as possible. So to really just step back and do something a little bit different, an exceptional experience, at least from, you know, from my end. Like I said, you know, I've enjoyed it thoroughly. So let's take a look at some of your winners, or I guess talk over some of your winners. Game number 1 is going to go to Seawadell and Agent AAA. We actually didn't see a duplicate win, which is really cool. Cheekies and Goisy took game number 2, followed by Pipex and Moxoki over on E-District. On Olympus, Absolute Chaos, Mudang, the baby hippo, just wiggles her stuff in the forms of Dom2 Cracked, just kind of wiggles everybody out of zone, honestly. It was a beautiful play there from Dom to really secure a win. And then obviously coming into this final game, we've got Light and Lufka gonna come out on top there. Gonna conclude things here for us. Trick or Treat in the Apex Legends Proving Grounds. It's been a blast. I've thoroughly enjoyed having you all. Thank you everybody for the follows. Thank you everybody for coming through. I will be back late next week, for the Proving Grounds Ladies Night. Unfortunately had to miss the cast on that one last month due to some tech issues on our end. Spectrum Internet, everybody, you know, just one of the best internets in the business, no question. But again, thank you everybody for coming through. We'll see you all next Friday for Proving Grounds Ladies Night. Look out for that announcement next Monday. Until then, I don't know. I don't have a cool sign off. I was looking for something, you know, my mind was rolling. But thank you again, everybody, for watching, and we will see you